Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Roberta. Today's topic is about idioms of money and happiness. So again, in today's class, we're going to be talking about different idioms and phrases that we use when talking about money and happiness. And I decided to include these two topics together because they're often seen together in different idioms and sayings, and they're often discussed together in conversation as well. So in this class, we'll start with a few questions for you all about money and happiness, followed by a reading with some common idioms and sayings, and then we will practice answering some discussion questions about the ideas that we discussed. So right now we have a couple of people joining us. We have Victor. How are you doing, Victor?
Hi, Roberta. I'm fine. How about you?
Pretty good. How's it going where you are right now?
Everything is all right.
Okay, good, good. Glad to hear it.
Glad to see you as well.
Yeah, good to see you again.
It's morning, so wonderful.
Oh, the morning is good there?
No, I see your morning.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's very bright now, but it's still very cold outside. It tricks you into thinking it's warm, but it's not warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have Salvatore. Is it Salvatore or Salvatore?
Hi, teacher. Salvatore. Nice to see you
Salvatore?
again.
And where are
Yes.
you from?
Italy.
Italy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have Matteo. Matteo, where are you from? Matteo, can you hear me? Okay, I don't know if maybe Matteo's having some issues with the microphone. Andre. Andre, where are you calling? Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Okay, welcome. I like your picture. You have a cute cat for your profile picture. I like it.
Yeah, it is my cat.
Oh, it's your cat?
Yes, it is my Chinese cat.
Oh, I like it. It's very cute.
Yeah, thank you.
We have Allah.
Hello,
Allah,
teacher.
where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Jordan.
From Jordan. Okay, well, welcome. What's
Thank
the weather like in Jordan right now?
It's okay now. It's not hot. Still not cold. Also, it's good
Yeah,
weather.
so a little bit of both. Sounds good.
Yeah. Mhm.
We have Anna. Anna, where are you calling from?
Hello, teacher. I'm from Spain.
Spain.
Yes, I live in Seville.
In Seville, okay. I hear a lot about that town right now in the news because they're filming a lot of TV shows in your city, I think.
And gossip programs?
I don't know. Yeah, I've heard about a couple of movies and things being filmed.
Ah, okay.
Sounds very cool. Well, welcome to class, Anna.
Thank you.
We have Mustafa.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. I think I've had you in class before, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. I can tell by your voice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome to class. As I was saying,
Thank you.
in today's class, we're going to be talking about idioms with money and happiness. And it might seem like, why are we talking about those two things together in the same class? But they're actually included a lot in different conversations. And idioms, I feel like they're sort of, they're combined a little bit whenever we talk about them. Sort of the same ideas come up whenever we talk about money idioms and happiness idioms. So in this class, we'll start with a few questions for you all about money and happiness, followed by a reading with some common idioms and sayings, and then we will practice answering some discussion questions at the end. We'll also have sort of a little quiz so we'll kind of be practice using those idioms. I've saved the reading as an attachment to this class, so if you have any problems opening that, let me know. You can send me a private Verbling message and I'll send it to you. but I attached it as, or I saved it as an attachment to the class, so you should be able to view it. Again, if you have problems viewing it, send me a message and I'll resend it. And then just like what we were talking about, I've had a couple of other classes about idioms, and just like with other idioms that I've talked about, there are a lot of different ways to talk about feelings of happiness in English, and definitely a lot of different ways to talk about money in English. In a previous class, I talked about idioms of fear, and as we saw there, it's sort of important to remember a few things about idioms. So I'm going to copy and paste this into the chat log. So remember that an idiom is a phrase with a specific meaning in English. Okay, all of the words have a specific meaning in the language. That's why it's sometimes hard to understand certain idioms. If you would try to look at each word separately, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Okay, the meaning of an idiom is tied to the entire phrase. So if you've ever tried to type in an idiom on Google Translate or something like that, sometimes it will come up correctly, but sometimes it will make absolutely no sense. I don't know if any of you have ever tried that, but I've tried that. I'm actually trying to learn some Italian, and if I would type in like an Italian idiom into Google Translate, it wouldn't make any sense. I would say I have no idea what this phrase means. You have to look at the whole thing in English and understand the whole phrase in English to understand the meaning of an idiom. Okay? Does anyone have any questions or comments so far about idioms in general?
Yeah, teacher, maybe I agree with you. Like if we said a fish out of water, maybe if we are translated, it will become no sense or make no sense for us.
Yeah.
But mean generally, it's mean like uncomfortable.
Yeah, it just means like uncomfortable, but people say it a lot in English, and if you had no idea what that meant, a fish out of water, right? It seems, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So you do have to look at the whole phrase and understand what the whole phrase means. And I've had it happen to me where I'll type something into Google Translate or one or two words into Google Translate thinking that that will help me understand the phrase, and it is very confusing. So that's why it's tough to study idioms, but that's why it also is important, because they are very, very common.
Yeah.
Good.
On other hand, teacher, I heard also another teacher actually. She said learning idiom is maybe important part to learn language, and it's help you a lot. Maybe if you want to be fluent in language, you have to begin maybe with idiom to learn a lot of them.
Yeah, there are so many of them, and it's hard to remember all of them sometimes, but the best way is sort of to use them, try and use them in everyday conversation. Yeah. So it can be tough, but again, I'm sure that other teacher was right? It's definitely important in understanding a language. Good point, Mustafa. Thank you. So the next thing we're going to look at before we get into these idioms are just some important vocabulary that you will see a lot of whenever you talk about money in English, and not just with idioms, but in general, these are some common words. So if you see, you'll in the chat log, it says different vocabulary you'll see related to idioms and in general. So the first one is cash. It's another word for money. Has anyone heard that word for money? It's pretty common.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty common word for money, cash. Dollar. We've also probably heard that. That's like the unit of currency. We use the dollar, but if we're talking about just one unit of currency, then we say $1. Okay? And then we'll also just talk about dollars in general if you're talking about plenty of $1 bills. And then we have check, and that's a method of payment that lets a person take money from their bank instead of transferring money. So for some people, this isn't a very common method of payment, but in the United States, people pay with checks a lot, and it's like a piece of paper where you would have information about your bank, and you would have your name, and you would write the amount, and when you give that to someone for payment, then it like transfers it from your bank. It takes the money out of your bank. So that's a sort of something that we talk about a lot in English whenever we talk about money. There might be some different phrases that use the word check, and it just means this method, this type of method of payment. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay. I'm seeing that we have Riyadh joining us. Riyadh, where are you from? Okay, I think we might be experiencing technical difficulties. We also have Matteo. Matteo, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. And you?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. Good. So
Okay.
your microphone is working. That's good.
Okay. Before I had some problem.
Yeah, that's okay. It's easy. Sometimes technology just doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Matteo?
I'm from Italy.
Okay, we have two people from Italy today.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, well, welcome to class. We were just
Thanks.
talking about different vocabulary related to money that you will hear a lot.
Interesting topic.
Yeah, it can be pretty interesting. There are definitely a lot of different ways to talk about money and happiness in English. And actually, the first thing I want to do is talk about these different common like sayings. I want to see how much you guys already know about some of these sayings. I'm sure you've already, some of you have already heard them because they're pretty common. This next, what I just put in the chat log, it says, have you ever heard the phrase "time is money"? Has anyone ever heard that phrase?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Business topic.
Yeah, business topic. What does it mean?
And
Maybe
I think I
the
heard.
time.
Yeah. Is it Mateo? I think you're the one that I'm hearing.
yeah, if I have a deal, business deal,
Mm-hmm.
I don't lost my time because I need income money.
Yeah, so it's literally like if you're comparing the value of time with the value of money, right? It's like there's been a movie where they talk about time. It's called In Time, and it's where time is literally money in that movie. And it sort of takes this phrase and puts it in a movie. It's like the whole movie is based around that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
yeah.
think time it's most important, like money,
Yeah, why do you think so?
because for make money, okay, I have a lot of opportunity, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but for make money I need a time
Right. Yeah.
because I not buy time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really. There's actually a saying too. We also say like buying time, but you can't really buy time, right? It's in some ways, like you said, it is more valuable, right, than money. Good. Any other comments about that one? Okay. What about this next one? Have you ever heard the saying, "Money is the root of all evil"? Has anyone ever heard that phrase?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. What does it mean?
Maybe maybe money, if you have money or you have much money, so maybe you start thinking about or it may bring you some problems with others, with competitors, maybe with anything. It can bring some problems.
Yeah. We have a lot of different sayings about how money is bad and how money can provide or make problems for you. So yeah, it's sort of anytime someone has maybe a situation that came up because of they had money or some problem with money, we might say that money is the root of all evil, right? We use that that phrase a lot.
Maybe
Good.
maybe most of the disputes starts about money or something like that. Or
Yeah. We say it a lot if like maybe two friends are having an argument about money. We would always say, "Oh, money is the root of all evil," right? These people are fighting; it's over money. Okay, so that's definitely a pretty common saying. Thanks, Allah.
Teacher,
Yeah,
sorry, just I have a comment. Can we say
sure.
maybe the money because of greed of people, some people, because of money they gave, maybe they doing something bad, or because all of that because of money, you know? It's not only related, I mean, it's not only related by me, by myself, to give me a problem, but maybe because of money, some people did something wrong or something bad because all of they will give them a lot of money for doing this or this or this.
So like so it's not related personally to you, but it's related to like someone,
Um,
in general, like a company or something in the news. Is that what you mean?
it's like a terrorist, maybe.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Yeah.
many people doing a bad thing because of money.
Yes. You can say for a lot of situations, it doesn't just have to be personal. You can say that money is the root of all evil for a lot of different situations.
Yep, thank you.
I disagree. I disagree with this topic. With
Oh,
this
you mean with the
this
phrase?
sentence. This sentence. I disagree
Okay.
because for me it depends what kind of culture money have the people.
Okay, like the value of money in a culture.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think it depends on the situation. For some people, it's definitely, I would say, it could be a problem. It could be, you could use that phrase. And certainly we see that money is the root of all evil in a lot of different situations. But, we have charities, we have things, instances where money can help people. So in those situations, it's not, I wouldn't consider it all evil, but I definitely think there's a balance there.
Okay. Usually, no, sorry. Often, media learning people these idioms.
Oh,
Media,
okay, the media, like,
media, newspaper, TV. Okay, because for they it's important. The people thinking this
okay,
respect money.
okay, that's an interesting way to think about it. Like the media is wants us to think that it's evil.
Yes, I
Okay.
said for
Um,
this money is the road of hell of evil. Yeah.
Yeah, some people, I'm sure that there would be a lot of people that would agree with you. I don't know, but I feel like sometimes when I read the news, I say, "Oh, that's such a great thing. Look at that millionaire who, helped all those people." And then other times I say, "Oh, that's terrible what happened, all because of money or the almighty dollar or something." I think
Okay.
it's totally it depends on the situation. So I think that in some ways you're right, Matteo, for sure.
No problem. You're welcome.
Okay. And then the last one I see, Salvatore, you already brought up the last one that I was going to talk about for our introduction questions. Do you agree with the phrase, money doesn't buy happiness? Has anyone ever, yeah?
So, teacher.
Okay.
I hear. Can I speak, teacher?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I heard this sentence many times uh, because probably people people rich couldn't be happy. But in my opinion, if you have enough money, you can live better.
So I think that yeah, I agree with you. I think this saying has a lot of different like aspects to it because sometimes on one hand I would say there are some very rich people that don't seem very happy, but on the other hand there are some situations where money can definitely improve your life. So yeah, I would agree with
Right.
you there. Yeah? Did someone else, Mustafa, was that you that, oh, no, that was Salvatore, okay. Yeah, any other comments or questions about, or anything to add about that last one? Mustafa says that, Mustafa, do you want to share what your thoughts about this one?
Yeah, actually, I agree maybe with what you said. That the money maybe doesn't make you happy, but we cannot agree with both that money help you in some situation, and that's almost true. It help you in some situation. Maybe if you have a lot of money, you can. If you are unhealthy and you want to go to maybe do a surgery or something expensive, that that required money, so it's give you maybe a little bit help.
Yeah, for sure. I think in some situations, money is very necessary and it can certainly improve the quality of life in a lot of situations. I think it totally depends on the situation. There are so many situations that would support the one side that says that money, is evil and that it doesn't buy you happiness, and there are certainly situations that are on the opposite side. So I think it's definitely, these questions are totally dependent on different situations. And Matteo says he agrees.
Yeah, but no, you said often it depends situation, but I said a question. Uh, who create the situation?
Who creates the situation?
Yeah, usually.
Oh, I don't know. That's a
For
big
me,
question.
for me, no, for me, each person create the own situation.
Okay. Yeah, I think in a lot of
Okay,
cases that's true. Mm-hmm.
and after happening something, okay, and some people said, "Oh, my problem, I don't have money because blah 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 blah," and some people use the intelligence, okay, for give a solution,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
and ever the whole happiness. It depend of the happiness for me. It's personal.
Okay. So like it depends, like you have the choice sort of. Like you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
control
yeah.
of happiness.
Control,
Yeah,
choice.
a lot of people say, you have control of your own happiness. That's another phrase that we use, or another common
For
saying.
example, now for the iPhone 6, it's
Oh.
a material, okay,
Mhm.
okay. And I don't remember 1 week ago I see on internet the first guys buy first iPhone 6.
Mhm.
For
Mhm.
me, for me, that situation it's a big stupid.
So I think a lot of people watch those when people wait outside for hours and hours for an iPhone
Yeah,
to make sure
yeah,
they get it on the first day. A lot of people do watch those sometimes and say, "Oh, that seems a little bit silly." I don't know if I would wait for that long, but yeah, I see what you mean about sort of choosing where to put your focus on as far
yeah,
as in
yeah.
your life and happiness and things like that. I certainly understand what you mean. Yeah, good point, Mateo.
Sorry, I understand. I understood what Matthew meant
Mhm.
by this, but maybe we are now talking about money and happiness. If we are talking about what Matthew said, it's maybe about money and success. So it's maybe a little bit strange, different,
Yeah.
because maybe rich people
Mhm.
uh, add money, and uh, we have also poor people, sorry, rich people and not happiness, sad, and we have also poor people but sad, but happy. Okay, so
Right.
maybe
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little bit strange. Another situation if we are talking about sexist and who's sexist people and who's not sexist. So
Okay. Yeah. I think it also I feel like when we start talking about possessions and things that you want, that's sort of different too, because some people, you know, it's not all about money, it's about acquiring things. And of course you need money to acquire things, but they're not always completely like mutual things. So I think there are a lot of different ways to talk about happiness, a lot of different like ways that people focus on or ways that people value the parts of their life that make them happy. So,
there
I
Can I say something?
oh, wait, was that Allah that said that?
Yeah, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just want to say that happiness and sadness are natural feelings that you will feel, you will experience whether you are rich or whether you're poor. So poor people will experience happiness and sadness. Rich people will experience happiness and sadness. It doesn't matter because it's something humane. Uh, so the question is, what do you prefer? You prefer feel happiness and sadness and you have money, and or feel happiness and sadness with and you don't have money?
And
I,
that,
I think
yeah,
I think the answer is I would rather prefer I would prefer to feel happiness and sadness and I have money. So
yeah. Wow,
you
you said
know,
a lot of very good things there. I think that's sort of also where the phrase "money doesn't buy happiness" comes from too, because it means, like you said, we're all human and we all experience happiness and sadness. So I think that's also where that phrase comes from. It doesn't always you don't always need money to make you happy. Sometimes having money, you know, you'll still be sad. You could be poor and be happy and sad. You could be rich and also experience happiness and sadness. Yeah, so I agree, Ella. That's a
but
good
that,
point to bring up. Matteo?
that's for me it's a two different kind of question.
Right. Well, that's the thing. This topic is very complex.
Yeah,
There
absolutely,
are
absolutely.
very many aspects to this conversation, and I feel like this conversation too, we could have a whole class just debating about these different topics associated with money and happiness.
No,
So,
absolutely, absolutely.
and Andrew, yeah, Mustafa, it's true. It's a very big topic, wide topic, and Andrew says, I prefer to swim sadly in my pool of money. So that's an
yeah,
interesting way to
yeah,
think about
that's what I tried to say. Yeah.
it. I like that. I like that. It's a good image to think about, swimming so sadly in your pile of money. Very good.
like in the famous cartoons where it's Disney cartoon where the duck,
Yep.
the duck,
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck or something.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah,
I think it was DuckTales was the TV show.
yeah, DuckTales.
Yeah. That's funny. I haven't heard that movie in a while, or that show in a while. Good. So the next thing I want to do, I know that there are so many different ideas that you guys have and very good opinions, and we'll definitely, hopefully, have some time at the end of class to sort of share and have more discussions about these. The next thing I want to do is pull up a reading about idioms idioms about money and happiness. Okay, so I'm going to pull that up and screen share it with you guys. And this is also the reading that I attached as for the class, so you guys should all be able to see this. Okay, so I'm going to, I know that this can, oh, excuse me. Okay, so let me make this a little bit bigger. I know it's very small whenever I first open that. Is this big enough, or is it still too small? If it's still too small, say, Teacher Berta, can you make it bigger, please?
Yeah,
Teacher
you
Berta,
put the,
make it bigger, please.
Okay. Okay, so now we're at 200%. Is this a little bit better? This should be good, I think.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Much better.
Good, thanks. Victor, can I hear you read this first one in blue? So we're going to start with money idioms, And then at the end we have a few about happiness.
Cheapskate. A person who will not spend much money. A stingy person.
So this word is pronounced stingy. So you say the G like a J sound.
Stingy.
Yeah, so stingy just means someone who is sort of selfish. It's another word for selfish. So a cheapskate, we would say, is a person who will not spend a lot of money. Okay, and I think we're all cheapskates sometimes. There are sometimes when you say, I don't want to spend a lot of money on this. So I think this is sort of something we can all relate to. The next one, chip in. Can I hear from Salvatore?
Chip in money, to contribute money for something, to pay jointly for something.
So this is whenever, like, if you have a couple of friends and you all go out to dinner or something, you might say, can we all chip in money for this, right? If you all contribute money to pay for something, you would say chip in. Okay.
Help someone.
Yeah, you could. It might be like help someone. We might say, like, if you are all, putting money into to help like a friend buy something, or maybe a friend needs money for something, you could say, everyone's chipping in to help so and so.
Okay.
Okay.
The teachers like in charity, sorry.
What was that?
The charities and charities.
Can you type it into the chat log? I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll type it.
Okay. While you're typing that, let's do this next one, cashing in one's chips. Okay. And this means to exchange or sell something to get money. And this comes from using chips in a poker game. Has anyone ever played poker? Does anyone know of that game? It's a type of gambling.
I don't like this game.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I've never played it before, but I know of it. So we use chips. It's instead of money a lot of times in poker games. And then Mustafa, you said your question was giving money to charities. You could say, like, if a couple of people, like a number of your friends, are giving money to a charity, we could say we're all going to chip in for this donation to the charity. Does that make sense, Mustafa? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, clear, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So the example for cash in one's chips, you could say, I decided to cash in my chips and go back to school. So it's not always, it could sort of be like, in this example, this person is going to spend money to go back to school. In the United States, college is very, very expensive. So we would say you're cashing in your chips to go to school. Like you're going to trade a lot of money to go back to school. Okay. Any questions about that one?
For example, keep some money in different time for going after school.
Like if you were hiding money for a while, like saving money, and then you cash it in.
I said save money for after I'm going. I can going to the school.
Okay. So like cashing in your chips to go to school? Is that what you mean?
No, I said this example mean when someone, okay, save money, okay, the parents, for example, okay, for the children, for the teenager, okay, save money in different time here, 5 years, okay, for they can going at the school, a new school.
Yeah. I think I understand what you mean. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's basically what this example is talking about. Someone who like saved money and then maybe it might be like a 5-year school. So this would be like going to school for that would cost money in this example.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Mustafa, can you read this next one?
Okay. Can't take something to the bank. A statement is true. Something is guaranteed to be successful.
Okay, so you could say, I'm going to take that to the bank. It's like if something is 100% true. Okay, very, very true, or very certain. If you have like a prediction about something, like maybe if I have a prediction that I think is very, very true, I might say, you can take that to the bank, right? It makes me sound like I'm very, very sure that that's going to happen.
Mm.
Okay, the next one, Matteo, can you read this one?
Okay. Burn a hole in one's pocket. To stimulate someone to spend money quickly, the money was burning a hole in a man's pocket when he decided to go to the casino.
Okay, so a casino, if you don't know what that is, it's a place where people go to gamble. People go to play poker and play like all the gambling games. And if something is like burning a hole in your pocket, it means you want to get rid of it. You want to spend it. So for example, if someone gives you, $100 or you win the lottery or something like that, and you have like a lot of money, you can say, oh, this money is burning a hole in my pocket. It's like you really want to spend it. This is a common one.
Like advertise.
I don't know if it's like advertising, but
Advertising usually said in TV, coming for buy this or that. Okay.
Oh, okay. So if you could say like after you watch some advertising that is very like appealing to you, you could say, oh, after seeing that ad for the new Lexus car, my money is burning a hole in my pocket or something. Yeah.
Okay.
You could say it like that.
Yes, maybe you can say, teacher, after I received my salary, I'm always burn a hole in my pocket.
Yeah, you could say, oh, it's burning a hole in my pocket when I get paid on Friday or something. Yeah, you could say that for sure.
Where I can spend my money.
Yeah, where can I spend it? Right? Good. Matt, can I hear you read this next one?
Yes.
Thank you.
Bring home the bacon to earn the family living, to earn a salary. Have been working hard the whole month, bringing home the bacon for my family.
Okay. So for those who don't know what bacon is a very popular meat, like way to cut of meat in the United States, and it's in a lot of other countries too. But in the United States right now, it's very, very popular. It's it's a piece of pork, and it's usually like very salty, and people love it. So we have a saying that goes, "Bring home the bacon," and it's another way of saying like earning a family living. Okay, earning a salary. So you could say even if you do not have a family or don't have children or something like that, you can still say, I'm bringing home the bacon, right? I got a job. I have to bring home the bacon. This is a pretty common one. It seems very weird. This is an example of one of those idioms where if you look it up, if you would like break apart all of these words and type it into a Google Translator and try to understand it, you would be very confused, right? You would say, what do you mean bringing home the bacon? What does that mean? It just means earning money. So sort of strange, but very, very common. The next one, Andre, can you read this one?
Break even. To have income equal to expenses. Our company was able to break even after only 6 months of operation.
Okay, so breaking even is when you spend the same that you make. So if you make a certain amount at your job and you only spend that amount, you spend the same amount, that's called breaking even.
When the debit equals
Yes.
to credit.
Yes, where you could say like the debit or the debt is equal to credit, which would maybe be like how much you're making or how much you bring home.
It's a famous idioms. For example, in a business plan, break-even points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different places that you can use this one. Definitely, if you're talking about in a business setting, this would be something you would use a lot. Good. The next one, let's hear from Allah.
Break the bank. To win all the money at a casino gambling table, to use all of one's money. Example, the man broke the bank at the casino and walked away with much money.
So if you break the bank on something, it has two sort of different meanings, actually. You can say that to win all the money at a casino gambling table, you are breaking the bank. So if you win a lot of money, you could say you're breaking the bank. But also you could say that when you spend all of your money, you're breaking the bank. Okay, so if you could say, if your friend says, "Oh, are you going to buy that brand new, Mercedes this weekend?" You say, "No way, man! I don't want to break the bank, right? I don't want to use up all of my money." You can use it for a couple of different situations. Okay, this next one, Victor, can I hear from you, please?
Beyond one's means. More than one can afford. The young man was living beyond his means before he got his first job.
So beyond one's means you're spending more than you can afford. So let's add that there. So spending more money than you can afford. If you are spending more money than you are making or spending more money than you have, then we would say that you're living beyond your means. Okay. This next one, at a premium. At a premium means at a higher price than usual because of something special. So you could say, for example, like if you want to buy, if there's like a soccer game in your town, and normally soccer games are, $45 for a ticket, or 45, we'll just say dollars, $45 for a ticket. And this time, because very, very special teams are playing, it's $70, right? You could say that you are buying them at a premium because there's something special going on. You're spending more for something, okay? Thanks for joining us, Salvatore. And then at the next one, we have at all costs. If we talk about at all costs, we say at any expense of time or effort or money. So we plan to send our child to a good school at all costs is the example. So if you have like, if it doesn't matter or you don't care how much something is, you might say, at all costs, we're going to do this at all costs. Okay. Back on one's feet, you could use this one. If you are, did someone have a question? Was that?
Yes, I have.
Andre, yeah?
Yes, I didn't understand clearly about beyond one's means. So in this sentence, the young man was living beyond his means. So he had a lot of money before he got first job.
So in that example, this person maybe isn't making a lot of money, but they are spending a lot of money. So anytime we would say that if a person is spending more money than what they are bringing in or what they are making, then they are living beyond their means.
Okay, so he spends a lot, but he doesn't have enough to spend, so okay.
Yeah. He's spending a lot, but maybe doesn't have or shouldn't be spending that much money. Like
Okay.
it's something they should not do. Good question, Andre. The next one is back on one's feet. It means a return to good financial health. So if for a while, you didn't have a lot of money or you didn't have a job or something, you could, and then, afterwards you get a job and things are going well for you, you could say, I'm back on my feet. Okay. This next one, Mustafa, can you read this one? This is a good saying that we just talked about.
Yeah, time is money. A phrase to convey the importance of spending your time wisely.
Yeah, exactly. We kind of talked about that already. It's a phrase to talk about how important it is to spend time wisely. Good. Now we're moving on to idioms about happiness. We don't have as many as we had for about money.
I feel like $1 million.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, I actually don't have that one here, but I feel like $1 million, right? Do you feel good or bad if you feel like $1 million?
Very happy.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. Good, Mustafa. This next one, the first one about happiness, is on cloud 9. A person who is on cloud 9 is very happy because something wonderful has happened, okay? And then the example here is when my boss announced my promotion or I was getting a better job, I was on cloud 9, okay? I don't know where this phrase comes from. I don't know why cloud number 9 is the best one, but I don't know where it comes from, but it's just a very common saying. And then over the moon is very, very similar. It has very similar meaning. If you're over the moon about something, you're very happy about it. And then on top of the world, again, is something very good, right? If you're on top of the world, you're happy. Everything's going well for you, okay? And then we have happy as a clam, another way of describing someone as very happy, okay? A happy medium, this one is a little bit different. A way of doing something which is good because it avoids being extreme. Okay, we're going to look at an example of this, but the example here is what you want from a holiday is a happy medium between activity and relaxation. I'm either exercising all the time or I'm doing nothing, but I can't seem to find a happy medium. So, for example, if you're at work and sometimes, it either goes from being very, very busy to not busy at all, that means you have not found a happy medium. There's no happy medium. Okay, we're going to look at another example of that.
It's like a pizza, medium, large.
Yeah, you could think of it like that. You could say, this restaurant, if you want to talk about pizzas, you could say this restaurant hasn't found a happy medium with the size of their pizzas. If they have very, very small or very, very big, you could say there's no happy medium. So yeah, you could relate this to a lot of things, even pizza. Good. This next one is very common. You might have heard this one before. Happy to do something. If a friend says, Mustafa, can you please help me move this weekend? Or can you help me, do something this weekend? And you say, oh, I'm happy to. Or I'm happy to do it. It just means that you don't mind doing it. That one's pretty easy to sort of figure out. Couldn't be happier. I think it's pretty obvious to see if you can't be happier, you're very, very happy, right? You're at the happiest that you could be. Okay, and the example is they both couldn't be happier since they got married. Okay, that's just one example. If you are able to download this and see it under the class information, there's more information at these websites if you want to know more. There's a ton of idioms. We obviously don't have time to go through all of them. Okay, so any questions about that before we do a short review? Any questions or comments? Okay, so I'm going to pull up a short quiz where you guys are going to be answering some questions and using these in a sentence or using these. Okay. So the first one, Victor, can you see if you can answer number 1?
My friend is blank and won't go out to dinner with me. Is a cheapskate.
Yeah, you could say is a cheapskate. And this is sort of, it's not always like a very, very bad insult. You could sort of say it to like tease a friend. You could say, oh, stop being such a cheapskate. Okay? And it's not necessarily a very, very, bad insult. So you could say that. Good. Let's hear from Allah. Can you read number 2?
The new business plan will fail, and you can take that to the bank.
Yeah, if you think it's very true, or if you think it's something that would happen, you can say, oh, you can take that to the bank. Good. The next one, Mustafa, can you read number 3?
Okay. I think we should all blank for a birthday present for her. I think it's A.
So bring home the bacon for a birthday present for her. Make sure you read all of them. See which one fits the best. It's not bring home the bacon, because remember, that's more like if you are...
Bring the salary, maybe.
Yeah.
Break even, we should all break even. Chip in. Chip in, maybe?
Yeah, it's chip in. We should all chip in or give for a present or a birthday present for her. Andre says bacon is a present too, right? It's definitely true. You can give bacon as a present. If you were in the United States, people would love it if you gave a bacon as a present. It's very, very popular. Good. The next one, number 4. Let's hear from Andrew. Or Andre, because your name is Andrew in the chat log, and Andre as your little thumbnail. So I'm not sure which one to call you.
Yeah, you can call me in either way.
Okay, all right.
Andre is a bit difficult for English speakers, maybe.
Okay, well I'll try Andre.
Andre.
Okay.
Well, he is living beyond his means. The answer is A. He spends more than he can afford.
Okay. So if he's living beyond his means, he spends more than he can afford. Good. Exactly. Number 5. The next one, Matteo.
Okay. Choose the meaning of this idiom for the choice below. They were selling tickets for a soccer game at a premium. The ticket costs more than usual.
Yep, exactly. The tickets cost more than usual.
Because it's premium.
Yeah, exactly. It's premium. And it can be not just tickets, it can be lots of things. Okay. Yeah. Let's hear from Matt for number 6.
Yeah, my friend is finally breaking even after opening his restaurant. Okay, I think the C.
Okay, so C, the friend's expenses and money, earned are equal. So yeah, you're right. If you're breaking even, it means that the expenses and money earned are the same amount. Okay, so you're not spending too much, you're not spending too little, it's the same. Okay, good.
It's correct.
Yeah, good. Any questions about these?
Yeah, I have a question, teacher. It's not a question actually, but it's like a comment about the last one, break even. So it's the income equal the expenses. Okay, so financial freedom, is it the income is more than expenses, right?
If you have financial freedom, your income would be more than the expenses. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like breaking even is, we say that like if you start a business, and especially, I mean, well, for most businesses we would say this is true. We say that you don't break even for 3 years into owning or first starting a business. It means you don't you break even after 3 years. You might be losing money for a certain amount of time. Another way to talk about this, we would say turn a profit, and I'll type this into the chat log. Turn a profit means you're making money. You're making more money than you're spending is turning a profit. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay. So I guess for the last couple of minutes, I have some discussion questions. And I know you guys have been very good about talking about your opinions and sharing your opinions about this. So this first one I want to talk about. What do you think money talks means? What does money talks? That's another phrase that we use.
Yes, teacher. Maybe that money decide some maybe some in some situation the decision. You can maybe buy the decision, or you can turn the situation in favor for you using this money. So that's money talk.
Okay, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it means. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends on the situation. Sometimes it's true. The next one. There is a saying in English, the best things in life are free. What does that mean? Who thinks they might have an idea what that means? Victor, what do you think that might mean? The best things in life are free.
I disagree.
Victor?
Why it's in plural? Best things are free.
It just means like if you say things, it's like general. In general, like things that you can get in life are free. What do you think that might mean?
Sorry, but in this case, free mean when I can have something without money.
In this case, yeah, it does.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have Andre. He said love and good friends, right? We would say that, for example, those things are free, right? Those things don't, if you have good friends, right, it doesn't, hopefully you don't need money to have good friends, right? I don't think that normally that's not true, right? So yeah, we would say that those things in life are free. Do you agree or disagree? Who thinks they might have an idea about this one?
I disagree.
Okay, Mateo. Mateo disagrees, and Mustafa, did you say you do agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, yeah. See, that's the thing with these topics are very, very complex, right? And we all come from different experiences. Sometimes I agree with that, and sometimes I don't agree with it. So it totally depends. Okay. Let's go to our last one. Actually, it looks like we're almost out of time. So I guess if you guys don't have any questions, well, first of all, does anyone have any questions about any of the idioms that we talked about today? I know we talked about a lot of them, and there are still a lot that we haven't talked about. Any questions or comments about the ones that we have talked about? You're welcome, Mustafa. Any questions so far, or any questions about any questions or comments about anything that we've read or discussed today? Okay. Well, I'm glad that I hope all of you learned a little bit of something about how to discuss idioms or how to discuss money and happiness. Hopefully, if someone ever says, "Bring home the bacon" to you, you'll understand what it means. Because I know that's a very weird one if you don't know what that means. So hopefully, if you guys have any questions, certainly you can send me a message or anything like that. And hope you guys have a good day.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
Thank you.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Thank you,
Have a
Bye.
good day.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
See you
Bye.
later.
See you.
See you.